Ladies and gentlemen, racers, fans, and friends around the world, tonight we do things a little different, because tonight isn't about Knuckleheadz racing. It's not about the cars or the checkered flag. It's not even about the drivers strapped in, ready to battle. Tonight, it's about one man, a legend with a microphone, the voice that brought dirt track racing to life. Bob or Nathan, as some call him, our mate from the land down under. For years, Bob has been the heartbeat of these races, calling every lap, every slide job, every heart-stopping moment. And when he's not on the mic, well, we imagine him chasing snakes through the outback, boxing kangaroos, or just sitting under a gum tree with a cup of tea and some fairy bread with sprinkles. He's got the accent that keeps us guessing, the words that make us laugh, and the passion that makes him family, Bob. Tonight, this is your night. This one's for you.
He's the man with the mic from the land of the sun, where the kangaroos jump and the wild runs. From the bush to the booth, he brought the heat, calling dirt track battles from seat to seat. Here's to Bob, yeah, the voice we all know, calling every slide, every high side show, from Australia's dust to our hometown clay. Bob, tonight this is your day. Fairy bread dreams and a slang so sweet, he'll make you laugh right out of your seat. Maybe boxing kangaroos or chasing snakes, but when he's on the mic, man, the earth shakes. Here's to Bob, yeah, the voice we all know, calling every slide, every high side show, from Australia's dust to our hometown clay. Bob, tonight this is your day. Every lap, every cheer, every turn in the night, you gave dirt track racing its soul, its light. Not just a friend, your family too. Bob, this song is just for you. Here's to Bob, yeah, the legend we know, calling every slide, every wild show, from the land down under to the Knucklehead crew. Bob, tonight we race for you. From all of us here at Knuckleheadz Racing, thank you for every lap, every word, and every year you've given us. This one's for you, mate.
Ladies and gentlemen, racers, fans, and friends around the world, tonight we do things a little different, because tonight isn't about Knuckleheadz racing. It's not about the cars or the checkered flag. It's not even about the drivers strapped in, ready to battle. Tonight, it's about one man, a legend with a microphone, the voice that brought dirt track racing to life. Bob or Nathan, as some call him, our mate from the land down under. For years, Bob has been the heartbeat of these races, calling every lap, every slide job, every heart-stopping moment. And when he's not on the mic, well, we imagine him chasing snakes through the outback, boxing kangaroos, or just sitting under a gum tree with a cup of tea and some fairy bread with sprinkles. He's got the accent that keeps us guessing, the words that make us laugh, and the passion that makes him family, Bob. Tonight, this is your night. This one's for you.
He's the man with the mic from the land of the sun, where the kangaroos jump and the wild runs. From the bush to the booth, he brought the heat, calling dirt track battles from seat to seat. you laugh right out of your seat. Maybe boxing kangaroos or chasing snakes, but when he's on the mic, man, the earth shakes. Here's to Bob, yeah, the voice we all know, calling every slide, every high side show, from Australia's dust to our hometown clay. Bob, tonight.
All right, BobbethTV is live. You know what that means. We've got another episode of Mud Mule TV coming your way. It's the start of the racing week for the Knuckleheadz iRacing League. So we, of course, are going to head on over to the REECE Monument Dirt Street Stocks up first. They're going to be racing at Volusia Speedway Park, Barberville, USA. And then after that tonight, the KP Plumbing UMP Modifieds. They'll be over in Kokomo at Kokomo Speedway. So a bit of racing to go tonight. A few drivers registered. Looks about 16 for the race. Lewis Catalan, the only guy not out on the track. Let's get over to the practice times and see how everyone's going. There's Mike Davis out on the track. He is, where's his name? There we go, 8th quickest. Check out the picture in the bottom left. He's got a plunger on his head. That's cool. Michael Mad Dog Davis. Love it. Let's have a quick time. Jim at Ravis, 18.244. Chad Putterball back here tonight. Dirt Warrior Racing's Chad Putterball. Yes! 18.267. 18.276 though for Josh Roberts in 3rd quickest. 18.302 for Chris Downridge 4th. 18.318 for Alan Hunt. Oh, where's that gone? Sorry, I just lost something. There it is. Then we've got Dawson Potter, Travis McDonald, Mike Davis, Brian Andrew, and Jonathan at Foxworth, the 6 to 10. 11 to 15 is Mikey Mixter, Jason Coffey, Wayne Bridges, Kelly McKellen, and Tina Davis. We've still got, as I said, Lewis Catalan has registered, but not yet out on the track. Josh Roberts, thanks a lot. Good luck out there, brother. Hang on, what are you doing out there? You've just had knee surgery, haven't you? Didn't you just have Josh? What the heck, Josh? I'm fairly certain he just had knee surgery of some kind. Slurping the coffee, sorry about that. So I didn't expect to see him out on the track here today. Brian Angel, Senior, thank you, sir. Good luck, Yoda Outlaws. Chris Dandridge. We've got Brent. Doesn't look like Brent. Look, it's just Brian and Chris here today. That's a bit loud. It's getting through the headset as well. And the share. Thank you, Brian. Appreciate it. Welcome in to anyone who's watching from other people sharing it, anyone that's coming to watch other people's race. Feel free to lurk. You don't have to participate in the chat. I do love to have a chat. I do like the sound of my own voice, so by all means, get amongst it. If you are here to watch someone race, let me know, and I'll make sure we get them on the screen for you. Still got about a minute, less than a minute to go and practice. Before we get on over to qualifying, we'll get our first lot of heat races underway. All right, qualifying is up. Mikey Mixter, Lewis Catalan, Jim at Ravis, Alan Hunt, all quickly out there on the track. get those times in as quickly as possible. I have trouble hearing the race myself now, but that's coming through okay, so that's fine. I don't care. Gosh, screen's getting all messed up, so I'm just trying to set everything up ready so I can just how are we going? Dawson Potter with quick time so far, 18.841, 18.856 for Mike Davis. Travis McDonald, 18.873, 18.882, and 18.904 for Chad Puterball. Kelly McCullen and Chad Puterball. Jim Revis back there in 6th place with an 18.925. 18.950 for Jonathan Fox with Chris Denridge, 18.959. Then we get into the 19 seconds with Josh Roberts, 19.006 and 19.029. Alan Hunt, 9th and 10th. Our 11 to 15 is Alan Hunt with a 19.029, 19.049 Jason Coffey, 19.056 for Mikey Mixter, 19.065 for Wayne Bridges. That 10th to 9th to 12th, quite close. 13th, sorry. 14th, Brian Angel, 19.204. And Tina Davis, 19.744. We've still got one more person to qualify, Lewis Catalan. Not yet out on the track, so maybe registered for the race, but not able to get back in time to get involved. We'll have to wait and see. Where's my screen working? There we go. Blaming them, not me. All right, our grid for Heat 1. Looks like it's an invert heat yet again. Lewis Catalan and Wayne Bridges on that front row. Alan Hunt and Jonathan Foxworth second row. Kelly McKellen and Dawson Potter will be on that third and final row. Lewis Catalan has lined up. So let's just quickly actually fix the leaderboard up. Yeah, I just want to check the rules. So yeah, invert all and straight to a 35 lap feature. Okay. Wow, that really came through the mic. I'm so sorry, I saw the levels of how loud that slurp was. For some reason the lid's a bit weird, so it's like, I don't know, I must be taking air somewhere. So it's not coming through, so I can't skull my coffee. I'm not got it for this broadcast, but I have recently got my webcam working again, so I'm thinking about ways I can reincorporate that back into a broadcast, but I don't know, I feel like the cars are the pretty things. We don't need my face on the screen. Alright, looks like Pace Truck's going to leave the track. We're going to have first of heat races underway. 6 cars, 6 laps. Wayne Bridges, Lewis Catalan front row. Alan Hunt, Jonathan Foxworth in the middle. Dawson Potter and Kelly McKellen at the end. Here we go. sensitive shit. Get everything up. Heat 1 done, Heat 2 underway. As Lewis Catalan moved up to the high line, and that looked like he's given Alan Hunt the run, as well as Dawson Potter on that low line. We might even see Wayne Bridges come under Lewis here in a second. Just get the cameras where they are for now. Seems to be covering a lot of the action. So glad I muted myself on that. That was the loudest coffee slurp I think I've ever heard. That was horrible. Alan Hunt is our race leader in Heat 1. Win here will score a front row start in the feature. This is the coveted spot. Dawson Potter, though, he's had a couple of wins, 2 wins in the last month, and has gotten a taste for it. So look for him to be running that channel. Oh, caution has come out. Looks like Lewis Catalan might have come unstuck. Let's have a look. See what happened there. Lewis Catalan, the 32 car in 3rd spot there, the black one with a reddish numbering. Oh, just got a little bit angled. Come down across the nose of the other cars into the infield wall. Kelly, thanks for the share. That little notification didn't come through. It says 6 minutes ago, but I didn't hear the swoosh sound. Alright, looks like we're set back up. Might be single file restart on this one, by the looks of this. Although we're only just getting to one to go now, and yeah, there we go, they'll push up. I could just wait, Bob. That's usually the way you do it. Alright, it's going to be Alan Hunt, Dawson Potter front row. Alan down low, Dawson up high, Wayne Bridges and Jonathan Foxworth behind them. Then it's going to be Callum McKellen and Lewis Catalan catching up to that field. Going to extend our heat race out to, I think, 9 laps, maybe just the 8. It'll be lap 7 and 8 as we get this one started. Pace truck's going to leave the track. We're going to finish off Heat 1 in just a moment. This is the Knuckleheadz iRacing League's REECE Monument Dirt Street Stocks, the first race of their 3-day, 5-round racing week. All exclusively live on Mudmule TV, courtesy of BobbethTV, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. And we are a go, just going to be extended out to 9 laps. Lap 8 is our current lap. 9 will be the white flag. Oh, as they group up quite tight there. Dawson Potter, Jonathan Foxworth, Wayne Bridges, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Dawson's going to keep that 2nd spot. Wayne's going to move back to 3rd, 4th, maybe, I think, him and Jonathan. Oh, a little bit of door-to-door action. Jonathan got loose. Looks like he might have collected with Lewis Catalan there. It is the white flag lap, so there will not be a caution. Alan Hunt just pips Dawson Potter at the line. Wayne Bridges in 3rd with the gap of the beast there. 0.666. Alright, Heat 2 will start to grid up. Before we do that, though, we will get our Heat 1 results up on the screen. We just went on Lewis to come around the rest of the track. There he is. Alright, so we know Lewis Catalan in 6th place. B-Main Bandit Jonathan Foxworth finished 5th. Callum McKellen from Mo Digging Mafia in 4th. Wayne Bridges 3rd. KHR's very own Dawson Potter in 2nd. But Alan Hunt takes out Heat 1 and we'll get the feature start here tonight. The REECE Monument Dirt Street Stocks. Who's going to line up alongside him? Let's have a look. Will it be Brian Angel or Jason Coffey on that front row? Let's get the cameras up to the cars. Chris Standridge or Chad Putterball on that 2nd row, or 3rd row Mike Davis. Same deal, 8 laps. Actually, let's have a quick look at the point system. Who won last week? So who's going to the rear of the field? Chris Standridge is our points leader. So he'll go to the rear of field. That's a good news for Travis McDonald, only 2 points behind him. But I believe Jim Revis will join him on that rear of field with a victory last week in the Dirt Street Stocks. Brian Angel, Chad Football, Chris Dandridge, Jason Coffey, Mike Davis. This is the 5 for the Heat 2 for the REECE Monument Dirt Street Stocks here at Volusia Speedway Park. Can't forget it is a park. Volusia Speedway Park, Bob. Chris Dandridge, our current points leader. 9 car on screen, the 22 on the leaderboard. Not sure what's the story with the wrap, but unless Chris is going with a new number now with the Yoda Outlaws boys. Just quickly refresh the paints. Sorry about this. Just want to make sure we've got the right paints. PSA, lap 4 of 6, over halfway through. Heat 2, over halfway through our heat racing. Just 2.5 more laps in this heat. 6 more to go in this third and final heat for the Dirt Street Stocks. There we go, Heat 2 done and dusted. Chris Dandridge raced his way up into second. Before that checkered flag, let's get the full results. As the third and final heat lines up, it's going to be Jason Coffey for RCI in 5th, Yoda Outlaws, Brian Angel 4th, Modig Mafia's Mike Davis 3rd, Yoda Outlaws teammate Chris Dandridge in 2nd, but DWR Dirt Warrior Racing's Chad Puttable gets the front row start on the outside pole position in our feature race. As they start to roll out for our grid, we can see there on the front row it's Tina Davis and Mikey Mixter. Second row is going to be Jim Revis and Josh Roberts. Third row will be Travis McDonald. All right, last time around the track for Heat 3's roll. Then we'll get the green flag. Race will begin. we go and racing. That highline start, Mikey Mixter. And Davis dropped down a bit low so she could allow the quicker cars to come on by. It is an inverted start from qualifying. So that does mean the quickest are at the back of the field. The slowest at the front. Some of us are here to learn. Tina Davis more here for seat time than competition. So she is quite happy to concede that spot. Let the others take the battle on. Lap 4 of 6, Jim Ravis still the race leader. Mikey Mixter in second there. Josh Roberts third. Travis McDonald, sorry, fourth. Tina Davis in fifth. I'm still confused. I swear I saw Josh with leg up, bandaged. I'm not sure why you're on the track, brother. Props to you. Here we go, white flag lap, last of our heat races for the REECE Monument Dirt Street Stocks. Just our 35 lap feature race still to come. Let's get the hiccups. Check the vlog. Come on, results. Why do you take so long? Why you make me wait? There we go. All right, Heat 3's results. We know Tina Davis will finish in fifth alongside our fourth place, Travis McDonald. J&J Motorsports, Josh Robertson third. Mikey Mixter takes second, but DWR Dirt Warrior Racing's Jim Ravis will take out the Heat 3 victory. We know Jim and Chris, I believe it was, are going to the rear of field in this start. So that means Alan Hunt and Chad Puttable front row. Wayne Bridges and Dawson Potter second row. Third row is going to be Josh Robertson, Mikey Mixter, Brian Angel and Mike Davis fourth row. Just going to scroll down a little bit. Brian Angel, Kelly McKellen on that fifth row. Sixth row is going to be Josh Robertson, Mikey Mixter third row. Brian Angel, Mike Davis fourth row. Jonathan Fox with Kelly McKellen fifth row. Tina Davis and Travis McDonald sixth row. Jason Coffey and Lewis Catalan at seventh row. Eighth row will be Chris Standridge and Jim Ravis. As we spit all that out. What a field. What a field. Pace truck going to leave track here. I believe it is. We're going to get our race started pretty quickly here, folks. Nah, I'm completely wrong. One more time around the track, says Bob. Thank you for those that are tuning in. This, of course, the Knuckleheadz iRacing League's first of 3 days of racing action. Today we've got this race here, the REECE Monument Dirt Street Stocks, 35 laps of Volusia Speedway Park, and then we're going to head on over to the KP Plumbing UMP Dirt Modifieds. That'll be Dirt UMP Modifieds at Kokomo Speedway. So still a bit of racing to come. Tomorrow night, the Wayne's Rod Arse Racing Series and the Schuler Racing Series, and then wrapping up the racing week with the Motorwear International Limited late models. Only about 6, 7 weeks to go. 6, 7 weeks to go in the racing championships. So coming down to the wire, every point, every feature, every spot, so important. If Griff isn't lurking right now, he just had like a shiver on his spine and he's not sure why. But I'll cop that one later. Hunt, Chad Woodwell, Dawson, Potter, Wayne Bridges, Mikey, Mixter. That is the 5s. Josh Roberts, Brian Angel, Jonathan Foxworth, Mike Davis, and Kelly McKellen, the 6 to 10. The 11 to 16, Travis McDonald, Jason Coffey, Jim Revis, Chris Dandridge, Lewis Catalan, and Tina Davis. Alan Hunt certainly not letting this front row opportunity slip. On camera, that's what I want. A little bit close, but not too close. That's the one I want to book. Dawson Potter, Chad, Football, Mikey, Mixter. They are just there battling each other right behind Alan Hunt. Wayne Bridges just behind them. Then we've got a bit of a pack with Josh Roberts, Jonathan Fox, with Brian Angel, Kelly McKellen. Oh, Brian Angel falling back down the field a little bit on that high line as he comes into contact, I think, with Mike Davis. As we get to lap 5 of 35. Laps still to come, so still plenty of racing here to go as our first of our cautions comes out. Lewis Catalan looks like he's jumped straight into the pits. I might have been Jason Coffey as well. Let's have a look. There's Jason. Is that Lewis behind him? I believe that is, yeah. There's Jason Coffey, Lewis Catalan at his rear. Lewis spins out. Jason has nowhere to go but taps the rear quarter panel, sends him around to straighten him. Did him a favour, but caused a bit of damage, so he headed straight into the pits to get that sorted. Brandon Lockmore in the chat. What is up, guys? Good time, brother. You're just here for the start of our 35-lap feature race for the REECE Monument Dirt Street Stocks. It's our first caution. Unfortunately, Jason Coffey got a little bit loose. Spun out, got a bit of a 90-degree angle on it, and Lewis Catalan unable to avoid contact. All right, Alan Hunt, Chad Football, front row, Dawson Potter, Mikey, Mixter second, third, Wayne Bridges and Josh Roberts, Jonathan Foxworth, Kelly McKellen fourth row, fifth row, Travis McDonald, Mike Davis, Jim Revis, Brian Angel in that sixth row, seventh row, Chris Dempsey, Jason Coffey with that Lewis Catalan and Tina Davis on that eighth and final row. New race, leader Chad Putterbowl as Alan Hunt falls back to second. He's going to battle Dawson Potter for that spot though, down low. Behind him, behind those two is Josh Roberts and Mikey Mixon to round out the 5. That pack is very tightly packed up though. It's like 3 wide for 7th, 8th and 9th, 10th, 11th and 12th. Holy cow. Travis McDonald pulled out of that second row of 3. Did not want to be a part of it. As Bob finishes his coffee. That was good coffee too. Good coffee. Oh, caution has come out. Oh, telemetry has been updating. Let's scroll down to get it to refresh. Let's find our crash. Looks like Wayne Bridges, Mike Davis might be the two involved in this, the 99 and the 92. White, blue, white and red. Oh, down into the 9, which is Chris Dennis as well. 22 on our leaderboard. So a few drivers getting involved in that. Lewis Catalan as well. Second caution for the night as we get ourselves reset back up. Lap 10 of 35. Still barely a third of the way into this race. Still a fair amount of feature race yet to come. Got the chat back up just in case. And there we go. Brandon's still going in the chat. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you. Oh, yeah, going to be watching this whole race, trying to fix my wheel. Yeah, I've got to get back to sorting my racing sim out. I set it back up and the pedals were sticking, so I had to take it apart to clean the pedals. And I've put it all back together, but I just haven't put it back to where it needs to be. But I've been good, man. I've been real good. Yourself? Been busy, been having fun, doing the stuffs. All right, we're going to get this one back underway. It's going to be lap 11. Chad Puttable, Dawson Potter front row. Alan Hunt, Josh Roberts second, third. Mike Commissioner, Jonathan Foxworth. Jim Revers, Killer McKillen on that fourth row. Fifth row, Brian Angel, Travis McDonald, Jason Coffey, and Chris Derringer on that sixth row. Seventh row is Wayne Bridges and Tina Davis. Lewis Cadillac and Mike Davis on that eighth and final row. Love to see you back on the screens, man. Love to. Trying to get back on the track. I want to race again. The bug, got it, and then yeah, that's I just started to do well, but then my pedal would stick at the like worst times, especially the road course races. A race leader, Alan Hunt, falling back to fourth after these last two restarts. Dawson Potter, our new race leader, Chad Puttable back there in second, with Josh Roberts in third, battling for those podium spots. Behind that top five, we see Kelly McKellen, Jim Revers, Travis McDonald, Mike Commissioner, Brian Angel. 11 to 16, Chris Sanders, Jason Coffey, Wayne Bridges, Lewis Catalantino, and Mike Davis. Been working, and my wires got messed up going to my pedals, and got to see if I can fix or got to get new ones. Yeah. See, I had that problem with mine. Like it was so frustrating with them, and then something else happened, and I couldn't put them back together properly or something, and I was just real angry, and I think my partner could see that, so she was like, let's have a look online, and it's time you upgrade. You've had those ones a while, let's get some new ones. And I was like, no, and ended up plugging them back in. So hopefully they're fixed. If not, obviously, I've got that fallback. Christmas coming up and stuff like that. So, don't really have any sort of like, oh man, I wish I had that for Christmas. So if need be, I know what I could get. Dawson Potter building up a 1.2 second lead here over our second place, Jonathan Foxworth. Josh Roberts back there in third. Chad Puttable and Alan Hunt fourth and fifth. Yeah, but they're way too... Yeah. They are. This is not a hobby if it's not expensive, though, I guess. Lap 19 of 35, still 17 laps to come. As Dawson Potter keeps that 1 second lead over Jonathan Foxworth in second, Josh Roberts in third, Chad Puttable, Jim Revers teammates fourth and fifth. Alan Hunt though in sixth, trying to really upset that run with Jim. They are side by side. The relative is what is basically determining position at that point. 32 of 35. The lead is just under a second at the moment, about 9.9 tenths of a second. Dawson Potter over Jonathan Foxworth with Josh Roberts, Jim Revis and Chad Pribos still our top 5. Alan Hunt, Travis McDonald, Brian Angel, Mikey Victor, Callum McCallum, the 6 to 10, 11 to 16 is Chris Sanders, Wayne Bridges, Lewis Catalan, Tina Davis and Mike Davis and Jason Coffey. Oh, it looks like Jason Coffey has retired, so just 15 cars remain in this battle. All my hobbies are expensive, but my race car, my car, then RC cars, PC and gaming, I need new hobbies. Well, no, because that'll just add more cost. Yeah. I feel you, brother. I feel you. All right, it is less than 10 to go, 9 to go as we get to lap 27 to 35 with Dawson Potter. That lead still a second over Jonathan Foxworth. The caution has come out as we got the start of the new lap. Let's have a look. Nothing in the telemetry there. Yellow flag. Yeah, weird. All right, we'll just reset it. Alright. So the caution came out just before Dawson got to that 27th lap, so it will be our 27th lap, 9 to go when we get this one restarted. Less than 10 to go, so could be a single file restart, which will benefit Dawson. It could be one last double wide. The B-Main Bandit, Jonathan Foxworth, would love one last shot here at Volusia Speedway Park to try and take a victory for the REECE Monument Dirt Street Stocks. Nope, single file restart. We're going to start lap 27 with Dawson Potter, Jonathan Foxworth, Jim Ravis, Chad Puttable and Alan Hunt, the 5, Josh Roberts, Travis McDonald, Brian Angel, Mikey, Mixed Callum McCallum, the 6 to 10. 11 to 15, Christian Wayne Bridges, Lewis Catalan, Mike Davis, Tina Davis. Jason Coffey has secured a 16th spot with his retirement on lap 18. A little bit of contact there between, I think that was Jim Ravis and Jonathan Foxworth. Jim able to get the car off the off Jonathan's machine before any danger happened. I'm sorry, I'll spit that out in a moment. But also able to fall back and avoid contact with his teammate Chad Puttable, who's back there behind Jim in 4th. It is going to be 5 to go as we come out of 4, get to that start-finish line. We know who I'm sure. Jonathan Foxworth blinked out a bit there. He's back. It's okay. There's Josh Roberts back there in 7th, outside the top 5 with Travis McDonald and Brian Angel. Looks like Mikey mixed that as well. Lap 33 of 35 down that backstretch. We are going to come up on lap traffic, possibly. That could very much influence this race. Dawson Potter, Jonathan at Foxworth, Jim Ravis. That is the top 3 as we start lap 34, 2 to go. I don't want to say it, but I think we all know who I'm cheering for in this battle. Thanks for the like, Brandon. Appreciate you, brother. It is going to be a bit of a doozy of a finish. Let's get up to the leader, though. As Tina Davis stays up high, does not want to be a part of that 3-car battle. Come on, last lap. Can Dawson Potter hold on for his 3rd win in about 4 or 5 weeks? This is going to be huge. Jim Revis, Jonathan at Foxworth side by side, 2nd and 3rd. That spot still not locked in as we come out of 4th for the last time for the REECE Monument Dirt Street Stocks. Who's going to get there first? I can't even tell. Leaderboard says Jim Revis. But Dawson Potter, what a win. Congratulations. All right, Jason Coffey for RCI. He retired early, so he'll take 16th spot. Tina Davis secured 15th in 14th. Lewis Catalan. Mike Mad Dog Davis for Modigi Mafia in 13th. Wayne Bridges 12th. Modigi Mafia teammate Kelly McKellen in 11th. Yoda Outlaws driver Chris Standridge in 10th. Mikey Mixer in 9th. J&J Motorsports Josh Roberts 8th. Yoda Outlaws teammate Brian Angel, pardon me, got the hiccups, in 7th. Alan Hunt in 6th. DWR's Dirt Warrior Racing, Chad Putterbowl on his return, finishing in that top 5 spot. Travis McDonald in 4th. The B-Main Bandit secured 3rd place. Jonathan Foxworth, Jim Revis for DWR Dirt Warrior Racing, Chad Putterbowl's teammate in 2nd. But KHR's very own Dawson Potter picking up his 3rd overall league victory. 3rd victory in about 4 or 5 weeks as well. So let's get over to the Discord and have a quick chat with him as we get ready to run on over to the KP Plumbing UMP Modifieds. They'll be up next in about 10 minutes. All right, as we jump in the booth here, yeah, Discord's just got a red symbol on it. No, there we go, it's gone green. I assume we were going to be speaking with someone we might not have normally spoke with. Alan Hunt was the sort of the race leader for a big part of that first part of the race, but you were very much a constant component of that top 3, that top 5, and like we've been saying in recent opportunities to chat with you, which have been a bit more frequent, you are a constant top 3, top 5 sort of podium driver there, Dawson, but able to get the sort of the midfield start, really. The invert didn't really help or hinder you in any way in the heat racing. Sort of just got you in that sort of backpack, that sort of back part of the top 5. But once you got that car into the lead, it just looked like you were hitting your marks. The track was sort of working with you, not against you. Talk us through it. And congratulations yet again.
Yeah, thank you, man. It was, I love this track. I tell them guys all the time that this is my favorite track. Uh, I don't even really practice that much, but I guess of all the tracks that I have practiced, this one is probably the one I have the most. And uh, it just felt like it come easy. Honestly, I knew where to keep the line, knew where to hold it. I don't know if it was the last time I was here in these cars or not. I can't remember if this is the time before, but we ran here. I think I come in second,
Mm.
and I ran the bottom around the whole time. That's what I tried to do tonight. There at the very end, it started getting really slick down there, and I think I had burnt some tire off there at the very beginning, just a little bit, and it was kind of hard to keep it down there. But there on the straights, I was able to gain some speed and keep everybody else behind me. But yeah, I just felt extremely good tonight.
You looked great. You looked great. I mean, a number of drivers did, and that always makes it hard for for the other drivers trying to battle that. But yeah, it's
Really good racing tonight.
I like the change to the format. I like this the inverts in the heats and things with the qualifying and stuff like that. It's sort of we saw as I mentioned, Alan Hunt was one of the ones that sort of was in that first heat was able to secure that front row start and sort of might not be the quickest race speed, but the race speed is so close. Like I don't know if you saw actually. Let's go back. I think we could sort of see if we go back and have a look. But in qualifying. A lot of those guys at the back that did invert up to the front. Where was it? It was qualifying results. Those guys. So we had like Alan Hunt. So Josh Roberts, Alan Hunt was like about 0.013 seconds behind him. 0.202 seconds behind him was Jason Coffey. 0.007 seconds behind him was Mikey Mixter. Wayne Bridges was only 0.009 seconds behind him. So inverting that, flipping that field up, you're not really it's not necessarily the quickest drivers at the front, but as I say, race speed wise and real estate wise, there's just enough traffic there to give other people opportunities up the front that sort of try that run out and really make it difficult for some of those other drivers, to come through. In saying that, obviously, Jonathan Foxworth, hard charger, went 10 spots. So he went from about 13th at start to third. You had, who were the rear fielders? Jim Revitt, second place. Travis McDonald, Chris Standridge. He only made it up to 10th, but you can sort of see some guys get the luck, some guys not so much getting the luck, but it's never the same guys each week. It is such a tough racing field nowadays, and I think that little change in the format, as I say, the invert is just mixing it up enough that respect to other people, such as not to call her out, but Tina Davis. We know she's here and often comes into some of the other races just for the seat time. She just wants that experience. She just wants to be, So she had that heat race pole position start, and as soon as that started, she just, dropped out of the way a little bit. Everyone was able to get into the race and continue on, and that's the way it sort of is. It's those that want it will take advantage of opportunity. Those that don't need it, we'll give it to someone else and let them run with it. And it just allows for some awesome racing. The caution, only a couple of cautions out there tonight. They were racing deals. A couple of cars getting a little bit too set in the turns, things like that coming around, no fault of their own. Now, one thing they did mention about tonight was that the mirrors are going to be a bit iffy. They'll be on or off from time to time. How was that an impact at all? Do you think?
It's kind of hard to say. They were on tonight. It's kind of in between. Sometimes, and I think it also depends on the track. Sometimes it's very easy to run mirrors, in my personal opinion. It can be tough, but in all reality, it helps you kind of hone in and focus in on what you're doing, which really, when I'm racing with the mirror on, I don't look too much at it anyway. But it helps you get more of a focus just on the track and what's in front of you. You don't really have to worry about, you just got to worry about holding your line. And in this race, I think we could have ran it without mirrors and still been fine, honestly. But this was a very, very racy track tonight. I mean, there was cars everywhere. I was hearing guys kind of mid-pack, and they was saying, like, oh, we're guys at the top, at the bottom, in the middle, just everywhere. And
at one point it was
very racy.
At one point it was literally like, I think it was 7th, 8th, and 9th with 3 wide, and then 10th, 11th, and 12th were behind them 3 wide. And it was funny because I saw it was like Travis McDonald was on that back part of the 3 wide, and he pulled out. It was smart. One person always has to be that person that goes, all right, no, I'm out of it, sort of thing. Let the space open up a bit. But as he did that, he basically just dropped back to another 3 wide. Like there was such good double wide competition that if anyone else tried to join the fray, it was just immediately 3 wide, whether it was the apex of the turns, and then you guys would sort of spread out depending on the low, high, and mid lines again on the entry or exits, or whether it was down those straightaways. But yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Where it's like the cars are so similar in speed, you can't avoid. There's no way to avoid those three wides. It's just such a good. It's such fun to watch. I was going to say, yeah, it's the only pain about being right up the front is you don't have a good seat to see all the action, but at least you can sort of go back and rewatch it because yeah, that's the thing I think with you guys in the races. There's good racing wherever you are, but if you're up the front, geez, you miss out on some of that mid pack racing in terms of some good stuff.
And
It's
that's where the fun's at, you know.
yeah, yeah, like it's white
Most of
knuckle
the time,
everywhere, but yeah,
all of us say stuff, all the time, like, say one of us gets wrecked or, we spin around or something like that, we go back, where we're just like, man, this is where the fun's at back here, and going three wide and having, double, restarts and stuff and staying double for time with somebody and just being side by side. I mean, that's really where the fun's at. Every once in a while, we'll get some races, where the leaders are, side by side, or one's really chasing the other.
oh, I think we lost you a bit there.
Top four, you could throw a blanket over them and still race right on top of each other. But yeah, but like the whole mirrors thing, as you were saying, it probably could have played a factor in it. But honestly, like, this race, I don't think it could have went
No,
any better.
no.
I don't know if the mirrors would have affected it too much just because of how racy the track was.
No, definitely. Well, look, congratulations. Third win. I think I'm going to say 4 weeks, but it might be in 5 weeks. Is the time racing. You never want to wish it away, but geez, it goes fast with you guys. Each week just comes and goes so quickly. But your third victory this season, which in the third it's the third division as well, isn't it? This is you haven't got a win in the street stocks yet, or have you?
Let's see. Mm,
Oh, no, you did. You did Knoxville a couple of weeks ago, 2 weeks
yeah,
ago.
Knoxville street stock, and then I had
Late
the
model.
late model win at Knoxville. Yeah,
Oh, in that
which
case,
both of
yeah,
those wins were
yeah,
at Knoxville.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. So this is your third win in 4 weeks. I
yeah.
jokingly sort of put the pressure on you to sort of go, come on, you keep it going. One win out of those next 5 races last week,
I
but
think the season's a little too far out now for me to make any headway. But
but look, the more points you use, the less points those other boys get to fight amongst. So it keeps the competition healthy and fierce up the front, regardless. So no, keep doing you, keep chasing those wins. We've got the KP Plumbing UMP Modifieds up. Next, we're going to head on over to where we're going. We're going to Kokomo. So that one should be a good race. I wish you all the best. What's so obviously the confidence going in might have been at a different level prior to the start of this race, but now we've finished this one. We've put this one behind us, and you're on the winner's circle. What's the confidence like going into the UMP Modifieds?
oh goodness, I'm gonna be honest. Kokomo is a totally different animal. That is one weird track. I don't know if there's anybody in this league that actually technically likes Kokomo. Uh, but with these cars, I've always said this with to being a modified run around
Mm,
Kokomo than about anything else, and I
yep.
feel like they're the most racy thing at the track. But we'll see what happens. I'm confident in the UMPs. I just, Kokomo can be a tough one.
Yeah, yeah. See how take it as it comes, not see how it goes, type of thing. It's come in and
Yeah.
no expectations, and you should be good. Well, look, congratulations once again, man. Um, as I say, no secret that definitely you as a broadcaster we're biased, but as a brand, geez, yeah, we've loved and supported and followed your growth through this league, and could not think of a more
I appreciate it.
deserving person. But obviously, there's a team that does go into all of this, a lot of support, friends, family, sponsors, and the like. Who do you need to give a shout and thanks to for making all this possible?
Well, always first and foremost, got to give glory to God. Jesus Christ, my Savior, got to every single time. Uh, would not be here in life like I am now if it was not for Him. Uh, gotta give shout out to my family for them supporting me. My friends, shout out Logan for getting me into this whole thing. Shout out to all the admins, uh, doing a great job. I've really been enjoying this season, and for you for broadcasting as well, and for being such a supporter of me, and I really do appreciate that. And just this league in general, I like all these guys. This is a great league to be in. Fun racing, clean racing all the time. So, yeah, that's about it.
No, it could not agree more, my man. Well, look, I know the lobby is open, so I'll let you go. You can go stretch your legs, refill that drink bottle, check in with the crew chief and the like, and we'll see you on our screens very shortly. Have you back in the booth anytime we can, and it has been a bit of a frequent run, so I'm getting a bit used to these chats, my friends. So the pressure's coming. But no, look, we'll talk again sometime soon. But until then, keep doing you.
All right, thank you so much, Bob.
Thank you, brother. Well done. All right, that was Dawson Potter picking up his third league victory. His third victory for the current season racing here with Knuckleheadz iRacing League, and just the beginnings of what he's going to be doing with his iRacing career. All right, Brandon. Yeah. So any other races? Yes, obviously. Yeah, one more to go. The KP Plumbing UMP Modifieds, the UMP Modifieds at Kokomo Raceway. I'm just going to go to our loading screen. We'll get that race all set up, and we'll be back in about 5 minutes. Stay tuned.
Ladies and gentlemen, racers, fans, and friends around the world, tonight we do things a little different, because tonight isn't about Knuckleheadz racing. It's not about the cars or the checkered flag. It's not even about the drivers strapped in, ready to battle. Tonight, it's about one man, a legend with a microphone, the voice that brought dirt track racing to life. Bob or Nathan, as some call him, our mate from the land down under. For years, Bob has been the heartbeat of these races, calling every lap, every slide job, every heart-stopping moment. And when he's not on the mic, well, we imagine him chasing snakes through the outback, boxing kangaroos, or just sitting under a gum tree with a cup of tea and some fairy bread with sprinkles. He's got the accent that keeps us guessing, the words that make us laugh, and the passion that makes him family, Bob. Tonight, this is your night. This one's for you.
He's the man with the mic from the land of the sun, where the kangaroos jump and the wild runs. From the bush to the booth, he brought the heat, calling dirt track battles from seat to seat. Here's to Bob, yeah, the voice we all know, calling every slide, every high side show, from Australia's dust to our hometown clay. Bob, tonight this is your day. So sweet, he'll make you laugh right out of your seat. Maybe boxing kangaroos or chasing snakes, but when he's on the mic, man, the earth shakes. Here's to Bob, yeah, the voice we all know, calling every slide, every high side show, from Australia's dust to our hometown clay. Bob, tonight this is your day. Every lap, every cheer, every turn in the night, you gave dirt track racing its soul, its light. Not just a friend, your family too. Bob, this song is just for you. Here's to Bob, yeah, the legend we know, calling every slide, every wild show from the land.
All right, BobbethTV is back. You know, that means one more episode of Mud Mule TV yet to come. Be the KP Plumbing UMP Modifieds here at Kokomo Speedway in Kokomo, USA, for this round of the KP Plumbing UMP Modifieds. Now, we're not back. I still need to take a quick break, so I'm just getting the info set up. of track math. But enjoy the practice session. I shall return in about 5 minutes or so. All right, it looks like practice just about wrapping up here. Just 30 seconds to go. Kent McLean with our quick time so far, 12.69.7. Brett Vanderwood, Jonathan Foxworth, Jason Coffey, Dawson Potter, the rest of that top 5. Mikey Mixter, Brian Angel, Wayne Bridges, Travis McDonald, Mike Davis, and Alan Hunt, 6-11. That is our field. Looks like we've lost a number of drivers. Chris Daniels, Josh Roberts, I can see have moved on. Jim Revers, Chap Puttabo. Just 11 drivers for the UMPs. All right, qualifying is up. Kent McLean quickly out there for the qualify run. Why hasn't it switched over to qualifying mode on the screen though? There we go. Jason Coffey, Alan Hunt, Mikey Mixter also out there. That's a little bit easier to see now. Twelve 8.15 Kent McLean, quick time about a little over 5/10 of a second slower. Jason Coffey, 13.247 in second, 13.293 Alan Hunt, 13.307, 13.337 Mike Mixter, Wayne Bridges, 13.430 Brian Angel, Mike Davis, so 13.417. Dawson Potter, 13.272. So 13.2s seem to be like the quick time, but 12.8 is 4/10 of a second quicker. Kent McLean, holy crap. One more opportunity for someone to crack that 13 second mark, but no, 13.207 is the closest. Just out of Kent the entire qualifying run. I've told the cameras to bounce around, but oh, he's the only one on track. He's just out there running times. About 45 seconds remaining in qualifying time before I get to our last of our Sunday night US Monday morning Australian heat racing action. Still got 2 more days of racing to come up. Tomorrow it will be the Wayneswood Arse Racing Series along with the Shula Racing Series. And wrapping up the racing week on Tuesday night US, Wednesday morning Australian with the Motorwear International Limited late models. Dawson Potter, thank you for the like. Congratulations yet again on your victory in the REECE Monument Dirt Street Stocks. All right, let's get our grid up for Heat 1 for the KP Plumbing UMP Modifieds here at Kokomo Speedway. It is going to be on that front row, Kent McLean and Brett Vanderwood. Second row, Dawson Potter and Mikey Mixter. Third row is Mike Davis and Jonathan Foxworth. The finishing will decide the inside line starting order for our feature race here tonight as my hiccups come in. 1 here at Kokomo Speedway. European Modifieds. Heavy Plumbing European Modifieds, Bob, as we get off to start. Ken McLean, little surprise. He was 4/10 quicker in qualifying. Has the heat start here. We might have to look at the points though really quickly because he could be up for the EOL after it's all said and done. Let's have a look here. Yeah, Kent McLean is our points leader. Josh Roberts not in this race, but he was our victor last week. Jonathan at Foxworth falling back to 4th place there. Dawson Potter, Mikey Mixter battling him, but he was able to get that bite going again and got the car moving on that high line. Brent Vanderwood up ahead of him and Kent McLean as well. There's Brent just coming into view. No track map, so keep an eye on the top left corner for the heat. That's where the lap counts. To our white flag lap, we're going to jump up to our race leader Kent McLean. It's Brett Vanderwood. There's Kent McLean. As he disintegrates that race car at the end of the heat. Heat 1's results ready for us. As they get ready to line up for Heat 2, Mike Davis from O'Diggy Mafia in 6K Char's very own Dawson Potter finished in 5th. Mikey Mixter 4th with the B-Bane Bandit. Jonathan at Foxworth in 3rd. Yoda Outlaws, Brett Vanderwood in 2nd. And Bam Motorsports, Ken McLean will take the Heat 1 victory, but unfortunately has the rear of field. So Brett Vanderwood should have the pole position start in Heat 2, in the feature. Who's going to join him in Heat 2 though? Well, from Heat 2, rather. Will it be Travis McDonald and Jason Coffey on the front row? Can it be Alan Hunt or Wayne Bridges on that second row? Brian Angel will be starting from that 3rd and final row. Here we go outside a line, our last heat race for the night. Just to reiterate before we get this one underway, Jason Coffey, Travis McDonald, front row. Wayne Bridges and Alan Hunt, second row behind them on that 3rd and final row. Brian Angel. Travis McDonald off to a good low line start. Jason Coffey looked like he was sort of questioning his start, but able to keep that car in the race lead up high. As Travis slots into 2nd, Wayne Bridges back there in 3rd. Alan Hunt, Brian Angel 4th and 5th. Lap 5 of 6. Jason Coffey, our race leader. Travis McDonald still in 2nd. Wayne Bridges 3rd. Brian Angel, Alan Hunt 4th and 5th. Ooh, lost a lot of momentum there, Jason Coffey. It looks like Travis McDonald forced to check up a bit as well. Not able to take advantage of it. Does seem to have that speed. Oh, the wall's going to get him though as they race to that line. Jason Coffey just makes it. Look at the official results leaderboard. We've got Alan Hunt in 5th, Yoda Outlaws, Brian Angel 4th, Wayne Bridges 3rd, Jason Coffey for RCI in 2nd with Travis McDonald, our Heat 1 winner. Oh, so Travis McDonald got the, oh my God. What a finish. All right, let's have a look at the grid for this one. We know it's going to be Kent McLean going to the rear of field, so that front row will be Brett Vanderwood and Travis McDonald, Jonathan Foxworth and Jason Coffey. Second row, third row, Mikey Mixer and Wayne Bridges. Fourth row is going to be Dawson Potter and Brian Angel. Fifth row, Mike Davis and Alan Hunt with Kent McLean on that sixth and final row. All right, off we go. 30-lap feature race. Travis McDonald, Brett Van, all caution out straight away. Mike Davis, looks like maybe Dawson Potter as well. Let's have a look here off the start. There's Dawson in front of Mike Davis, a very possible. Looked like Mike was going to check up a bit. Dawson was a bit weary, got on the brakes. Mike Davis unable to avoid contact. Just a simple little collision to bring out our first caution. Off we go, lap 5 of 30 on this restart, but it looks like caution's going to come straight back out as we watch Jonathan Foxworth spin out into the infield. I didn't even set it on the cams for the restart. All right, pace truck's going to leave the track. Travis McDonald, Brett Vanderwood front row. Jonathan Foxworth and Jason Coffey second row. Kent McLean and Mikey Mixer third. Brian Angel, Dawson Potter fourth row. Mike Davis and Alan Hunt fifth, and Wayne Bridges on that sixth row. The 8 versus the 88 front row. That's a good view. We've got to see a lot of action there. A couple of the cars getting sideways, trying to keep that speed, but not have too much of it as Brett Vanderwood takes our race lead for Yoda Outlaws with Travis McDonald behind him. Kent McLean, Jason Coffey, Mikey Mixter third, fourth and fifth. Let's get down to the racing action a little bit closer. So Dog wouldn't stop Barkins to deal with him. There we go. All right, Brett Vanderwood still out race leader. Travis McDonald in second with Kent McLean racing his way up into third from the rear of field start. Mikey Mixter in fourth. Jonathan Foxworth fifth. Also Brian Angel, Jason Coffey, Alan Hunt, Wayne Bridges, Mike Davis 6 to 11. As our 30 lap feature races on lap 9 is almost underway. Screens still can't get organised. Jonathan Foxworth, Dawson, Potter, they're battling it out there for fifth and sixth. Jonathan Foxworth has that top 5 spot. Dawson Potter wants it. Jason Coffey's back there as well. As Dawson gets the run on the outside of Jonathan and Foxworth. Looks like Jason Coffey's going to try and slot up there as well as Dawson moves himself up into the top 5 spot, pushing Foxworth back to 6th. Coffey behind him in 7th, and we can see the nose of Brian Angel, Brett Vanderwood, the race leader's teammate. Brett Vanderwood, we can't see it because there's no track map, but it has about a 1.3 second lead over Travis McDonald, first and second. We come to the halfway mark of this race. It's almost lap 15 of 30. Jason Coffey's going to make a dive move on the 29. Doesn't seem to really stick it. Potter still getting that top 5 a run. He's got Mikey Mixter, Cam McLean, Travis McDonald, race leader Brett Vanderwood ahead of him. Behind him, Jonathan Foxworth, Brian Angel, Wayne Bridges, Jason Coffey, Alan Hunt, Mike Davis. It's Wayne Bridges and Brian Angel right there. Jason Coffey crashed, no caution. See it on the telemetry, but must have kept it straight. Oh, Travis McDonald makes a move on Brett Vanderwood. Brett Vanderwood's going to go down at low, cuts under him and tries to make a move for Kent McLean. Oof, he tried to make a move on Brett. Brett couldn't close the door quick enough. A little bit of contact, so now Kent's going to try down at low. This is going to allow Travis to get that 1 second lead back up and running. Battle for second and third is underway. Kent got enough speed to get up there. Has he got enough left over? Is he just holding on to tyres for now? So came down the low, got a good run. Is it going to be enough? Can he keep it momentum-wise through the turns? I think he can. He's going to get that exit, but it's going to come down to how they enter in here. Brian Angel Brett Vanderwood rather. Just got that advantage on him there as Dawson Potter and Jonathan Foxworth trade 5th and 6th spots again. Oh, Brian Angel, Brett Vanderwood, sorry, up into the wall. And McLean still behind him though. As Jonathan Foxworth and Dawson Potter resume this 5th and 6th place battle for the top 5. Very quick we're racing here today. 2 heats for 8 minutes into the feature race. Almost 5 laps to go. Almost time to jump up to the race leader, Travis McDonald. Like Dawson's not going to be able to race his way into that top 5. We're going to have to keep an eye on the leaderboard for that one. As we jump up to Travis McDonald, our race leader. He is going to start our 2 to go in just a moment. Lap 28 about to end. Lap 29 of 30 beginning. Lap 29 officially underway. As Travis McDonald coming up on lap traffic here. Jason Coffey, Wayne Bridges. Looks like he's already got Alan Hunt. So we get the white flag lap. This will be the last lap of our race. No yellow flags to come. There we have it. That was a 9-minute feature race. That was probably one of our quickest yet. So feature results already available. All right. So Mo Diggy Murphy's Mike Davis 11th, Alan Hunt in 10th. RCI's Jason Coffey 9th with Wayne Bridges in 8th. Jonathan Foxworth, the B-Main Bandit in 7th. KHR's Dawson Potter in 6th. Our top 5, Brian Angel and Brett Vanderwood for Yoda Outlaws 5th and 4th. Micah Mixter 3rd. Bam Motorsports, Kent McLean made his way back to 2nd from that rear of field start. But Travis McDonald, T-Mac, our victor here tonight. Let's get his details up on the screen. We have already, Bob. There they are. Let's get over to the Discord and have a bit of a chat with him as we wrap up tonight's broadcast. There is the familiar dudunk as T-Mac Travis McDonald jumps into the victor's booth. Heat 2 gave you the outside pole position start. Kent McLean, of course, had to go to the rear of field, so I think it was it was Brent Vanderwood that started up the front, and that was pretty much the battle for that feature race. Was with you guys up the front. Kent McLean did race his way back into it from rear of field, and ultimately finishing 2nd, but was pretty much 3rd place for the majority of that battle until, unfortunately, Brian falling out of the... Brent kept getting Brent and Brian back to front all race. No, it was Brian, wasn't it?
No, it was Brent.
It was Brent.
Second.
So, there we go, yeah. Obviously falling back to outside of that top 3, back to 4th place when it was all said and done. But for a while there, I think, you had a pretty decent lead for the most part of that race. When you did have it, was that just clicking for you?
Yeah, I mean, I had a pretty good run going. Then, of course, Brent messed up once or twice, and I thought, well, if he'll mess up again, I'll try that inside line to get a run, where I could slide up in front of him going down the straightaway. And basically, that's how I got around him. Then I think Kent may have started catching me when I got in lap traffic a little bit because I had to go down low and run. But other than that, I mean, the track started getting a little better towards the end of the race. I think you could run the low line a little better at the end of the race. It seems like there was something down there.
Yeah, we saw a few guys diving sort of to try and improve that spot.
The first 20 laps, man, it was the top. As long as you could hold the top, you were great.
Look, it's tough to see it when we're racing because the racing is just so fluid around the track, but we're just seeing some good camera angles. Not so much now. We're seeing one that sort of highlights the opposite. But Kokomo, quite a banked track, so we're seeing a lot of those cars. It seemed to be, and it mattered where you entered because obviously that determines your line, but it seemed to be that if you could sort of race down and out of the turn sort of a bit earlier than the high line, it seemed to sort of spit you out a little bit. Was that the track sort of grip or was that the banking that was sort of doing that, do you think?
I think it was the banking.
Yeah.
Somewhat was the banking. I mean, you could see the little moisture here and there, but a lot of it, I think, was the banking.
Yeah. No, I could totally agree. Sort of, we're looking at it sort of straight down the middle of the track, and I think if I look correctly, coming into 3, it seems to be a slightly bit of a banked entry and then banked, obviously, exit on the way through. So it looks like, there's a few guys that are really able to take that advantage of sort of even not having to dive that low, just down to that midline so that you didn't have to oversteer it to get it to exit a little bit lower than usual. And it was really creating some good 2-car races, some good battles. We saw a few cars, a lot of side-by-side racing, like we did with the street stocks as well. Not the 3 wide that we did see in the street stocks, but only the 11 cars. So if we had 3 wide, there'd only really 2 or 3 lines of racing. But it did look like that at times as well, where some of that mid-pack And I said it to Dawson as well. It's sort of the one downside, and if that's it, then I'd take it for winning a race. Is you don't have a good view of that battle in the mid pack, and for the last I don't know, I think we've spoken about it for about 4 weeks continuously, where that pack from say third, fourth, all the way back to about sixth, seventh, eighth, it's just a really competitive field. Like I really feel
Right.
for those guys
Yes.
that have to start that, and we saw it actually. I mentioned it at Dawson because of the invert from qualifying. We saw a lot of those guys that were literally only thousandths of a second difference in qualifying, starting up the front or in those first three rows and really taking advantage of those runs. Alan Hunt was one of them that previous race that was sort of really took advantage of getting those that sometimes doesn't qualify as well, so doesn't get the feature start they want. So with that invert, they're able to get up their front, and there's a lot more guys taking advantage of those opportunities, which is leaving less opportunities for guys like yourself. Like with this competition, Cam McLean's points leader. It's another championship that you are in the vie for. You are 17 points off coming into tonight's race, and obviously only going to be 1 point difference. So much that's 16 points with about a month. Oh shit! It's only 5 weeks to go. 4 weeks to go.
Yeah.
Um,
4 weeks tonight.
it is tough. It is tough. Like I said to Dawson, every point matters. He said he's happy with the way he's finishing out the season. He doesn't think he's got a good enough run to sort of challenge you or the other guys for the championship. But I said to him, like whatever points he gets, someone like yourself or Kent or Chad, Jim, they don't get. You know what I mean? It's you have to fight for every single one of those points for the next couple of
Oh
weeks, and
yes.
it's going to be such good racing. I can't wait because it does it. The racing just gets super intense, but geez, you guys push it. You really push yourselves to the limits. You leave everything out there on the track, and it's only going to get more exciting over the next month. I can't wait.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's going to come down to the line in a couple of series. I mean, Kent's kind of got this one wrapped up if as long as he don't miss any,
Yeah.
But if he do, if he don't miss any, I mean, as long as he stays in the top five, I'm pretty sure he's safe.
Now, coming into tomorrow, obviously we've got the R Series, Asphalt Street Stocks, thanks to the Wayneswood Racing Series, as well as the Shula Racing Series. Now, both of those seasons you're vying for the championship. You are the points leader. The non-wings, obviously, you've got, I think, an 11-point lead over Tom Land. So while that is comfortable, possibly can't take the foot off that one just yet. But the Wayneswood R Series, that has been the series that I was most interested in. It was sort of similar to the Run What You Brung series last year, where
Right.
it was just you just never knew what you were going to get until you got it, and it's just that's so much fun to watch. And you guys have made these asphalt street stocks look so much fun on the I was going to say on the dirt tracks, but we have raced a few asphalts. But we're at Cedar Lake tomorrow for that one, and you've got a 3-point lead over Chris Standridge, but only a 7-point lead over third and fourth place of Wayne Bridges and Brett Vanderwood. Chad put a bowl back there. 12 points. So, like I say, with full, that really puts the pressure on you to make sure that you're maximising those points. And that one thing that's out of your control is ensuring that the other boys get as big a points gap between you. It's got to be tough. Do you just focus on the race as it comes in that respect, or do you sort of look at them and go? And I think I've asked you this before, and I think I know your answer, but do you just sort of look at a specific championship and go, look, this is the one I'm doing the best in, or this is the one I want to win? Or do you just take each race and sort of each division and go, okay, let's see how we go this race. Where does that leave me next week?
Right. I mean, no, I don't pay much attention to it. Used to, I'd get on and try to practice, but here lately, everything been so hectic. I'm not really, I did get on tonight for the street stocks in practice. I don't know, like 10 minutes before the race come up. But other than that, I'm only on when the races is up. So they're all kind of equal to me right now. I mean, coming into the season, the Ass Series, I thought I was going to suck in. Like, I really hated those cars. But they've kind of grown on me, and I've gotten used to them. It ain't too bad. It's put on some good racing, like there's been some really good racing. You can bump each other a little bit. I mean, you're going to in those cars, because of the way they handle. But for the most part, they hold together well. And you can, if you do bump one another by accident, it's not going to mess you up. You can still have a good race.
Yeah, and
And that's one thing I do like about them.
Look, it sounds mean, and I don't mean this in a mean way, but they've had no right being as entertainingly good as and competitive as they have been. A big part of that, obviously, are you guys. It really does come down to the drivers. The drivers sort of make the race, but yeah, it's all of you. I think I don't think there's any one person that's really come into that division going, "Oh, this, yeah, let's do this." Yeah, I think that we've all come into it a bit apprehensive, a bit, "Oh, okay, let's see how this goes." But it's sort of become the race, the division of the season in terms of the competition and the raciness and the just what we get out of it. As I say, they have no right being that good, and they just it's been such a good combo. And then as I say, we've just thrown in the occasional you know quarter mile tri-oval asphalt track and things like that. Those little weird short tracks that you guys have had to try and get used to as well. But it's been such a fun division, and I hope it sticks around in some form. Um, Moving forward as well. I know obviously you guys like to shake things up with the divisions and stuff each seasons and the off seasons and whatnot, but yeah, I'm going to miss the Ways What Arse Racing series if it does take a break, because yeah, you guys have made Asphalt Street Stocks just look so appealingly fun. It's been crazy. Well, that's tomorrow night, so we'll get to that then. This is tonight. You're going to join Dawson Potter as our two victors with the race morning with Dirt Street Stocks for Dawson. Obviously, the KP Plumbing UMP Modifieds for you. The Wayne's Wood Arse Racing Series and the Shula Racing Series tomorrow night. We'll wrap up the racing week with the Motorwear International Limited late models as well, which has been no surprise, but also another racy season. Do love my late models though. So looking forward to that. Best of luck with everything you've got going on in the racing week, Travis, and congratulations for this victory. But before we let you go, and Brian Angel in the chat, nice win, T-Mac. Friends, family, sponsors, who do you need to give a shout out for making all this possible?
I have a lovely wife and kids, for allowing me to race, and the shop for supporting the funds to do so. And of course, Bob, we always appreciate you broadcasting for us. That means the world. And of course, everybody in the league. If it wasn't for everybody in the league, we couldn't do this. And everybody seems to get along really well, and we laugh, cut up, and we have a good fun time, and that means a lot. And it's just a good bunch of group of guys, so we always have a good time, and it's always nothing like a race night. Hey, we get to laugh, cut up, and we win. If we fall in the back, guess what? It is what it is. We still had fun.
No, it couldn't agree more. Perfect way. I mean, obviously it's Monday morning for me, but perfect way to end the weekend and start that week. I know for those of you that work on the Mondays and forward and then race at night time. I know obviously Monday, the start of the week never a fun time, so it's good to have something to come home to and enjoy and not it's not a chore. It's not I have to do these races tonight. Jeez, it's gonna be crap. It's such a it doesn't matter the car combo, the people combo, the track combo. You're always in
Right.
for an entertaining night, and that massively goes the credit for that goes to you guys, the 11 guys on the track, the 16 guys in the previous race, guys and girls, and everyone else that comes along throughout the racing week. So big ups to all of you for doing what you do. All right, my man, I will let you enjoy the rest of your Sunday night. Congratulations. We'll see you on our screens again tomorrow night. We'll have you back in the booth whenever we can. But until then, brother, congratulations. Well done.
Thank you, Bob. See you, man.
See ya. All right, that was T-Mac. Travis McDonald, as I said, joining Dawson Potter as our two winners here tonight. 3 more races for the racing week to go, and then just 4 weeks left in the divisions before we crown our champions. So not a lot to go, guys and girls. Remember to like, follow, subscribe, BobbethTV on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch, so you can stay notified when the racing is live. Big shout-outs go out to... let's see, where's my screen? Over here. Josh Roberts, Brian Angel, Kelly McKellen, Brandon Lockmore, Dawson Potter, as well as... no, I think that's it. Brandon and Brian and that in the chat as well. To those of you that lurk in the background, I appreciate you guys. You come along and watch the racing, so thank you so much. We'll be back again tomorrow night, Monday night US, Tuesday morning Australian. So come along and join us then. But until then, you know the drill. My name's Bob. Love yous all. Boy.